Good afternoon, Tuna. This is Thurston Wheelis, and this is the Wheelis Struve Midday Report. First off in the news, there's gonna be a meeting of the smut snatchers of the New Order this afternoon at the Coweta Baptist Church, starting about 5 o'clock. Now, radio station OKKK is gonna carry that meeting live, so you tune in. Now, the Smudge Snatchers' latest project is cleaning up those dictionaries down at Tuna High School, and they say if you know of a word that you feel has questionable value, or a word that you feel just should not be in the dictionary, now if you don't want your child around that word, bring that word with you to the meeting. The Reverend Spike says he'll consider each word on a word-by-word basis. And now, we have a special guest with us today here at station OKKK. She's a senior at Tuna High School and the daughter of Hank and Bertha B. Miller, Miss Charlene B. Miller. Now, Charlene is the winner of this year's annual Javelina Club's poetry writing contest. And if she wins next month in Wichita Falls, she's going on to the national competition held up in Butte, Montana. Come February, why in the hell they'd want to have it there, I'll never know. But anyway, Charlene says her poem registers her love and admiration for Tuna. Here's Charlene now, and her poem speaks for itself.
My Tuna by Charlene Buemiller. My Tuna, oh my Tuna, the only place I know. I've often thought of leaving you, but don't know where I'd go. For Paris has no barbecue, and Rome just can't compare to a lovely Texas sunset when the dust is in the air. Tuna, oh my Tuna, it's such fun on Friday nights when the Jaguars lose another game and everybody fights. And I love you when you're frozen, and I love you when you're dry, and in April when the pollen is so thick it makes you cry. But Tuna, oh my Tuna, please stay just the way you are, 'cause I just think the world outside of Tuna is bizarre.
Ring!
Yes?
Miss Buemiller? My name is Chad Hartford.
Oh, come in, Mr. Hartford. Could I get you something to drink? A cup of coffee?
I don't care for anything to drink. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Could we get right to the interview?
Well, certainly.
Now, you are chairing the censorship of the textbooks committee, am I correct?
Oh, no. That's the Reverend Spikes who's head of the committee. Although I am a member. We're gonna have a meeting this afternoon, by the way. Please, don't come. The Reverend Spikes, he just hates the press. I think it's because of all those old folks' homes he owns, and all them terrible things they said about him in the newspapers. Well, I better shut up. Anyway, I'm head of the subcommittee that wants to snatch the books off the shelves of the local high school library. Some of those books are absolutely disgusting. Our children have no business reading them, and somebody has got to protect the minds of the children.
Before we get to the books, Miss Buemiller, could you tell me what in your background do you feel qualifies you to censor library books?
Well, I can briefly list my activities if you like.
Please.
A woman's auxiliary of a wild hog. It's kind of a break-off of the Lions Club. We just thought the Lions were too liberal. I'm the former head of the local BBB. That's the Better Baptist Bureau. And I'm a member of our shut-in visiting squad, the Tuna Helpers. And I'm currently president and co-founder of Citizens for Fewer Blacks in Literature.
Thank you, Miss Buemiller. I think I get the idea.
Well, all right.
Now, exactly what are the books that you think should be removed from the shelves?
Well, now, there's 4 of them that we're going to try to have removed nationwide, and then we're going to go from there.
What are the 4 books, Miss Buemiller?
Roots. Now, we don't deny that Roots has been a very popular TV series, but we feel it only shows one side of the slavery issue.
Go on.
It vilifies a great American, General Custer, and it encourages the reader to believe that the United States government can't be trusted in making any treaties.
What's next?
Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain.
Did you write that?
Uh-huh. Now, That book shows a pre-teenage boy avoiding his chores, running away from home, cohorting with a Negro convict, and putting on women's clothes.
Go on.
Romeo and Juliet.
What, pray tell, is wrong with Romeo and Juliet?
It just shows sex amongst teenagers, that's all, and we're not for that. And we're certainly not going to encourage it. Besides, it shows a rampant disrespect for parental authority.
You sure are aware that William Shakespeare wrote that play?
Oh yes, we are. And we're looking into the rest of his stuff too. He wrote Barefoot in the Park, didn't he?
Miss Spumiller, quite often these days people claim to talk to God. Do you talk to God?
Well, I pray.
I didn't ask you that, Miss Spumiller. I asked if you talk to God directly.
Well, no, I don't. But he leaves little messages for me, with the Reverend Spikes, and second-hand messages from the Lord is good enough for me.
Thank you, Miss Spumiller. I think we got one hell of a story here.
Don't you rush off. I've got other interesting things to tell you about Tuna.
Well, I'm sure it just boggles the mind, Miss Spumiller, but I really must run.
Now, wait a minute. What was the name of your magazine?
Intellect.
I don't believe we have that here in Tuna.
I'll see that you get a copy. Goodbye, Miss Spumiller.